Hi everyone, my name is Prashant Kumar. We are discussing about how can a person or a nation will develop by the youth. So now the generation is the fourth generation, I think, to which the technology will leads to uh, developing a lot. So we want to consider if a person is doing a job or it will leads to nation development by increasing the GDP. So can anyone tell me about that?
Yeah, Prashant, today youth are focusing mainly on getting jobs, but don't want to create jobs. Like they want to build companies or business. If youth can make this company business, they can create many jobs and give them. Most of it are traveling to other countries to get a job. But if we stay in our country and do so much for our country, we can get more GDP. Like we can also become first country in GDP sector.
Yes, and I have a question. Can you explain this? You are saying youth has developed a nation, but nowadays youth addicted to alcohol and drugs. Why?
Because they are getting free money from parents and parents are don't caring about parents and they are just giving money and they are not telling what to do what not to do and you should want to listen parents voice or parents guidance. So some of them are not having parents, so the youth are going to bad decisions. So can Usha, can you tell me about how the country can develop in technology by youth? Anush, can you?
Yeah, online there are many courses like development and etc. Youth can focus on those things and they can learn by sitting at home, or else they can go to other companies for internship and
Can
all.
you give example of some platforms where like youth can get skill?
And YouTube, where YouTube there are plenty of knowledge where we can gain many things. They will teach many computing languages like Java, C language, Python. You can get educated from online, and you can do internships in other companies, and you can instead of going to other countries, you can get jobs in our countries also by getting jobs in companies, or else you can create our own businesses, which will increase in our GDP, and instead of going outside, our country will go a little upper rank in GDP.
Yes, I agree with Anush. As we are developing the technology lately, and we have brought many semiconductor industries also now, and we have a chance in making all the technology work. And youth have to mainly focus on the national issues, and they have to raise voice in all the politic issues and all the social issues, I feel. And instead of wasting time in the social platforms unnecessarily, they can have a knowledge on all these basic things which is happening in our country.
If the youth not considering politics as the main thing, uh, they're thinking that whatever government takes action, they give what they need. Also, youth ignoring it. Uh,
And they are not asking why you are not giving that money, and they are asking why you are not developing and why you are not encouraging us in jobs. So some of them leaders are not encouraging youths. Now we can see in our daily life. Now we want jobs for youth and we want to increase our GDP. If GDP will increase, then India will lead a glory. So we want to develop technology from micro to macro. Uh, Nowadays we are easily developing we are creating best of waste. We are creating from water bottles and we are taking waste materials. We are taking waste materials and dung. So we are creating electricity. So but nowadays it can easily create it, but in older days it is difficult to create. but some are trying to explain how it will work and how it is useful, but some other are just lazy and they not doing any works. Why they are just, can you explain?
Do you think really youth has to wait until someone give them a job?
No, ma'am. They can create their own
Can
jobs like
create their
business.
own jobs.
They're creating their own businesses in India. So don't move to another countries to decrease our GDP. They can form their own countries in India and develop Indian GDP. That increases to India to make world's number one.
They have to create their own ideas. They have to come up with their own ideas and develop our country. They have to start a company and give the jobs in the our nation. Then our nation will develop.
Youth want to make companies in India. Some sponsors like Tech Mahindra, Tata, they are anchoring they are encouraging the new businesses in India to take his idea and sponsoring them to make a business. So India can increase businesses like sponsoring them.
Or can you continue?
Yeah, I agree with Karthik. But what ways to get awareness for youth in India? Can you tell the ways to get awareness for youth?
Instead of following political leaders blindly, they can question them that why are they not caring about the country, state, or youth, and they have every youth have talent to start their own business or companies, but they are lacking their confidence. Instead of they're lacking confidence and money, they need sponsors.
Can I continue?
Yeah, you can.
And some are applying, trying to suicide. They are, if we, for example, if boy is living in a nearby house and he failed 10th class or something degree, so then he want to decide, his mind is decided to suicide, attempt suicide. So we are, if I want to change his mind, but he can't, and his father want to talk with him, and he talked with him, and now he's changed and he started a business. So he is earning per month 1 lakh. He is the partnership in the Tata Group company now. Okay, youth can change their minds easily in teenagers. So we want to self motivate others. Yes or no?
Yes, I think support from the family and also motivating ourselves is important for the youth nowadays to come up with new ideas and build their own future and uh, contribute for the country.
When the youth failed to do something, they went to some trance that they can't do anything or can't repeat it and gain it and success in the thing. They are failing to do that.
Nowadays, youth are spoiling because of their surroundings and the care their parents are not taking them. That's the reason they are get spoiling, and they're not concentrating on their career or their future building of the nation. That's the main reason. So
And some of them are falling in love and they are just ignoring their parents and their career. Just they are thinking about my partner. My partner is everything, and I want to work with my partner. And some are they are with families, so I can't go abroad. Please, can anyone help me to stay in this? And some are uh, just they are leaving the thoughts of abroad because of families and some other things. So our youth want to develop. If the nation want to develop, our youth want to think about new ideas, new technology, like microchips and software intelligence. And nowadays, semiconductors are introduced in our country. So we want more and more. We get more and more jobs to the next generation. So it will leads to India a best place part.
youth have a lot of talent, but instead of a lack of support with the parents, faculties, or else the companies, they are not utilizing their talents. That's the main reason I think so. Youths are not reaching to the up to mark.
Conclusion.
Can someone conclude it?
I conclude that youth have to pay attention. Means they should not blindly follow others. Instead, they have to think themselves and come up with new ideas and invent their own thoughts and spend their thoughts their own way, which helps the country to develop more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have to move little that side.
Hi everyone, we are discussing about impact of COVID-19. So we're discussing about advantages and disadvantages of COVID-19. Hi everyone, we are discussing about impact of COVID-19 and we are discussing about advantages and disadvantages of the COVID-19. How our government ruled in COVID-19. And we are discussing about advantages first, how the COVID-19 will affect in the GDP and our nation and education also. Karthi will continue.
Yes, COVID-19 affects on education as well as businesses. If you take businesses, some more businesses are closed in COVID-19 situation because if you stay together, the COVID-19 will attack us. So businesses are closed. And if you take IT sector, they can work at home. That they can work at home. If you take education, they can continue as Zoom meetings in classes like in Zoom meetings. So
Okay, Akhil will continue next part.
During the COVID-19, we have increased the usage of online classes very widely. It is very helpful for the students and it provides people from affecting by the viruses during the COVID-19. Uh,
As there was a complete lockdown in whole world, the business offline businesses were completely lost and the online IT companies were in profit. The salaries of the employees were reduced, due to which they faced many financial problems in the family, and because of that, the financial stabilization of the family was affected. And students did not take much care about their studies during the online classes, and they were just joining the class for the attendance sake, and they were just doing time pass. And the teachers, how much they will care about them, so they too did not care that much. Due to which the education syllabus was reduced, and exams were postponed, and everything was done online. Due to which
Many of them are facing problems in future studies due to the decreasing of
Yes,
syllabus.
I agree, but COVID also gave us a wonderful time to improve our other skills other than education, and we can primarily focus on our interests, and we can also give time to our parents and others.
it impact on studies of many students. Like the government passes many students without knowing basic knowledge. They facing difficulties in intermediate, and COVID-19 so many students are affected in like online classes, mobile phones addicted by online games. People are like so many online games.
The best example is I'm taking my daddy. He is a pharmacy worker, and all the jobs are stopped, but pharmacy will not stop now in COVID-19. So my father works more time, and they got more salary, and we enjoyed a lot in COVID-19 for holidays. I'm not saying that we are enjoying, but we are enjoyed due to the my father presence and giving more money to me, and I am just doing more scientific works in home. Can anyone explain the disadvantages of COVID-19?
During COVID, few employees got more salaries and they were enjoying properly, but few employees also lost their jobs, due to which they faced many financial problems.
Also, the many of people are affected by the virus. Also, uh,
Lost
may
their loved ones.
lost their loved ones and faces many financial problems with their families.
The main disadvantage is
That is
the main disadvantages is about daily groceries like our daily needs. If you want to take groceries, we should come out of our house and collect the groceries. But it is difficult to come out of our house because COVID-19 is attacking.
there was a many difficulties faced, but due to precautions given by government, there were many healthy steps taken by the people, and kirana stores were also open for only for less period of time, like 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and there was a lot of sanitizer usage after they reached their home.
And I think they have uh, vaccinated many people and helped many others. And the government have definitely taken a primary step and reduced many cases. And mainly students are affected, and many other software companies became down because there was no proper connection to the people. And I think we have lost so much in COVID.
And the persons who are working in abroad, they are missing their families in our India, and they are not coming to unable to come to our India. So and some are who are living in India, who are want to tourist and want to visit our Taj Mahal like tourism. They are stuck in the area, and so many are face different types of problems. So it's a biggest
The main problem is about daily labor. If they didn't go for their jobs like daily labor, they won't get money for that whole day. In lockdown time, the daily labor didn't went to any job, so they lost their jobs and they didn't have any money uh, provide food to their families. So they suffered a lot in COVID.
All spend their savings on during the period of COVID.
The disadvantage of the COVID-19, so many government employees are saying them paid in our account bank balance. So many financial problems in our government employees. Government has to play a major role in this bad time, and they also played a major role by sending planes to other countries to bring our people from abroad, and they also vaccinated many of the people for free of cost, I think so. So
the actor, an actor
Sonu Sood, yeah, many people, not only Sonu Sood, they helped with their own savings and their properties.
I conclude that COVID has both advantages and disadvantages. We the jobs, and we have lost our loved ones, but we also have time for ourselves and the family. So COVID have both advantages and disadvantages for a particular individual. Thank you.
Thank you.